comes a point in your life where you feel you need a partner, I decided, let me just take one of the sisters in the church.
It's a beautiful journey, a beautiful life to share. It's a testimony. It's a beautiful journey, a beautiful life to share. It's a testimony.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. For those who don't know us, my name is RAFAPA.
And I am RAFAPA.
Thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If it's the first time watching here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others.
And please comment, tell us your views. What do you think about the videos that we are posting? Even the previous one, we've seen people engaging. Thank you so much for doing that and for the support.
Yes, thank you very much. Today we'll be talking about how get to know us, who we are, and everything that we do.
Yeah, the RAFAPA'S, who are we, and when did we meet, how did we meet, how did it end up being a family, and so forth. So how we are going to do it, my wife will just be bringing a question by question, and we'll be tackling it as they come like that. So I'll give her that platform to give us a question, and then we get into it.
Yes, the first question is, when and how did we meet?
When? Speaking of the years.
Yeah, actually a year.
Okay,
When was the first
a
time
year we met. When was it?
I think it's 20. When did that relationship meet?
Not the year we got into the relationship.
Yes,
the
the year I started knowing about you. I think it's 20, because I think I arrived in Medunsa 2016, and then I get to know you the following year. So I guess it's 2017.
2017, yes, that's when we met. What happened?
The reason I knew about this handsome husband of mine, I remember I used to have a problem of headache.
Yeah.
So there was this guy who recommended me to him, saying that there's a man of God that I want you to go to him. It's going to help you, and also just to have a spiritual home, because there was nowhere I was fellowshipping. Then I said, okay, no problem. Then he gave me his numbers. That's how I started knowing you. I contacted you that I want to come, and I told you my problem.
Yeah, I actually thank that guy. If you're watching this, I thank that guy who actually recommended her, because here we are. I started ministry in 2015 when I arrived at Sefakomahat University, and this beautiful lady came and joined the fellowship the following year because of the problem of headache. I think when you were studying, it happened when you studied, right?
Yeah, it only happens when I
that's
the topic for another day.
Yeah, no. So when she studies, she experiences the headache, and we prayed with her. She came to church. I think it was a Friday service.
Yeah, and what really forced me or inspired me to go more to the services was the word. They really preached the word. Him and his brother. That's what kept me mostly.
Yeah, definitely. Most people say that. We thank the Lord for that. But and then. Yeah, so that's basically how we met, and then let's hear the second question.
Yes, and how we met. And the second question is, how did we end up in a relationship?
Wow.
How did we end
Yeah,
up?
so the question there is, most people I know, they're asking themselves, man of God, did you spot him at first? Did you plan to be in a relationship with her? Did you... were you looking into her in that eye of this should be my wife and so forth? The honest truth is no. For me, she was a disciple to me. She was, someone I groomed, someone who looked up to me.
Yeah, and I can attest to that because of I never saw any signs of maybe I can see right now this man of God is after me.
Yeah,
or
no, I
all
was
that.
very strict, very strict. People know I was very strict. She knows that. I don't know, you used to call me what?
We used to call men of God, or maybe when we text you, we'll say Father and all that, and you'll be so strict when you don't want someone just to text you not knowing what they want.
Yeah. So, I kept that distance between, especially the ladies in the church. I didn't want us to be engaging a lot because, it was ministry and that. So, how did we end up in a relationship is that...
It was awkward. Let me just tell you that before he goes forward.
Yeah, just like every one of us here, comes a point in your life where you feel you need a partner, and instead of going outside and with people that you don't know so much, I decided, let me just take one of the sisters in the church, and I don't regret that decision up to now. So I remember I sent her a message to say, come and see me.
Who can say?
Don't expose me. She says for counseling. Yes, I called her to come and see me for counseling, and it was basically the day that I wanted to just
But I
explain.
couldn't pitch in.
Yeah, so she couldn't come. She didn't come that day. I think, what were you doing?
I was going to write an exam.
Yeah, so she was going to write an exam, and it took time until I decided, let me write her a message. So today I just wanted to tell you.
But it wasn't just about you writing me a message. Like 3 days before you started, that's where things started acting weird. As I've said that, he used to not say, oh, we must not just contact him anytime, not knowing what we want. If he can say to us, maybe if we ask God, man of God, how are you? And if he says he's fine, how are we going to help him? So we avoided that at all costs. But now, in those 3 days, that's how things started to be awkward, because he contacted me during the day, in the morning, asking me, how am I? What do I want to do when my future plans and all of that. I was like, what's happening? But I didn't want to conclude everything.
But you had signs, right?
Yeah.
Because-
That's
because
3 days.
Generally,
I started seeing what I know, man.
yeah, I'm not a person of just engaging in conversations that leads nowhere. So, I just wanted to make her comfortable with me and just remove the fear that they had and so forth. So every time I was just taking her, how are you this morning? How did you sleep?
Your mother is lucky to have someone.
Yeah, she is actually. And then I decided that let me just tell this person on the message. I typed a WhatsApp message, and it was not easy for me as well, because that time I'm sending a message to someone who perceives me as a leader, who perceives me as a pastor. What if she says no? And then what next? So it came to a point, but I had to develop the courage to do it. And then she actually explained to me her reaction to the message, but I just wanted to publicly tell people, how did he react? How was it like to her when she received the message and so forth?
Yeah, as I've said, everything was just awkward. Like, it was a shock because I never expected that when he told me. The moment I received the message, I was so shocked. I lost appetite. If I want to just explain to you guys, I remember it was a week for us to go to the conference. Even at the conference, I couldn't even eat because I was so surprised. What is happening? I was so shocked. And by that time, one thing I remember is that I said no to him. He said he doesn't remember on WhatsApp, or nah, I can't do that. And then the message that I received, he said to me, let me give you time to think about it. So that time where he gave me to think about it, that's where I lost appetite. I thought about it. What's happening? Should I agree? Is it the right thing to do? And all of that.
Yeah, because it's normal, because now you're proposed by someone who is a pastor, You see?
And I never expected it.
You didn't plan it to say one day I'll be a mamuruti. My wife was not, I don't know if I'm lying, I don't know if I'm lying, but she was not a person who, wanted to be a mamuruti. You know this thing of young people in our generation, everyone wants to become prophetess, mamuruti and so forth. So she's very calm and collected. She never saw it coming. And, I had to just, give her time to, go through everything and make an informed decision. I remember when we went to the counseling with Mama and Apostle, when they asked you, are you really sure?
I said yes, because I think that time I was sure, even though I can't say I was 100% sure because of, as you have said, Horan, I've never expected myself to see being married to a pastor because of the kind of the responsibility. I expected a lot of as a pastor's wife. I'm shy, my character, it won't really fit. But I've just reached to a point where if it's what the Lord wants, let it be. That's why I had to say, Hori, I think I'm ready.
And I can say she struggled a lot to adjust.
I did.
To be where you are, but that's a topic for another day. She ultimately came back to me and said, "Man of God, I do my atama." So
I guess that was your best day ever.
Yeah, definitely. Now that man is in love, the powerful man of God now, asali in the apostolic only, but can be also in love, and I think it's a beautiful thing. So that's where our journey started. I think that's the question. We answered the question, right?
Yes.
Yes. And then what is the next question?
The next question is just about where we come from.
Oh, myself, we both come from Limpopo, by the way. I come from a small township named Mohopong, plus Napomspruit. I'm a firstborn, followed by how many sisters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 sisters that comes after me. So I'm the only male child to both my parents, and that is just the background that we come from. And
I also come from Limpopo. I grew up in Mokopane, and I just have only one sibling. We are only girls. But now in Mokopane we stay in Msesjane. So now we are located in Gauteng.
Yeah, we're staying now in Gauteng. And not about that. It's just in the province of Gauteng.
Yeah, we just here to Yes, thank you very much guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on the comment section and share with others.
Living with the Rafa.